game's the only other game I can remember kind of looking in the eye of Brock Purdy going, he's a little flustered. He's a little not sure he wants to pull the trigger all the time here. And the Ravens, certainly made him question some things last night.
Well, in the Vikings game as well, the Monday night game, where he had a couple of interceptions that sealed the deal down the end of the game.
The stretch, right.
The stretch, that's the word I was looking for. Stretch. Thank you very much. The difference between Purdy and Lamar Jackson from a demeanor standpoint, we always like to watch the quarterback, whether it's the close-up or just the way that he's conducting himself. Lamar Jackson last night was very serene, very calm, despite his uncanny athletic ability when he decides he's going to run. But like pre-snap, there would be plays where he'd hand off, and it was just, there was, I think, a quality to him of just a quiet confidence where he wasn't rattled, he wasn't flustered, he's not intimidated by this defense. He's kind of like in the zone, as they say.
Yeah.
And Purdy was just kind of rattled and flustered and unsure of himself. And even that play, like I don't know what level of awareness it takes to recognize that play's dead when they start throwing the flags at your feet when you're the quarterback. But that's not a free play. That's the opposite of a free play. It's a wasted play. Mm-hmm. Just throw the ball, get out of the pocket and throw the ball out of bounds and let him assess the penalty and let's move on. It became a disaster because Purdy tried to extend a dead play. Now, you don't know what that flag's going to be. It's not like a guy jumps offside, but we all knew at home, just watching it, this is a waste because it's coming back. Whatever goes well for the 49ers here, it's coming back. Oh, wait, unless it ends up being an interception, then that's that. And, there was just a different quality to Purdy that hasn't played out because it's been so easy. And it's the offense, and that's what we've been saying. And it's not an insult to Brock Purdy to say he's a system quarterback. He's running a system to perfection. It just didn't run to perfection last night. Let's hear from Kyle Shanahan on Purdy's 4 interceptions last night.
Yeah, the one that he was off on was the first one. Just read the coverage wrong and didn't expect someone to be back there and made a bad decision on the first one. Second one, corner made a hell of a play blitzing. He couldn't get it over him. The guy tipped it and ended up making it to himself. The third one, scrambling. I didn't really see what happened on it. I saw the end result. I don't know what happened on the ball, whether 14 made a play, whether they both hit it at the same time. But he broke out of the pocket on a big third down, had George and 14 coming back to him and threw it right at them, and it just bounced up and got another tip. And then the fourth one in the third quarter, and he was making the right decision, going to Christian on a check down, and someone hit him from the right side, and the ball came out sideways and went right to their linebacker. So I thought, the first one was a big mistake, and the other 3 was pretty unfortunate for him. I didn't mind his demeanor. He stayed in there, kept battling. Our whole team struggled there in the second half, so it just wasn't him. I know he was disappointed not being able to finish it there, but getting that stinger again, it was just wanted to keep him out of there and ready for him to bounce back next week.
We got a little glimpse of Sam Darnold last night because of the stinger that Brock Purdy suffered. It happened the prior weekend once, and it wasn't clear what was wrong with him, but when you go back and watch him get up, you could see his arm was kind of bothering him, and just the kind of stuff you see after somebody has a stinger, where you've got a little numbness, a little weird sensation.
Hanging, he could feel, right.
But Sam Darnold, hey, get your helmet, get your ass in there. He did, that's the one very thin, and it's not very thin at all. It's needle thin silver lining for the 49ers. Sam Darnold was firing the ball last night, and you could tell he was operating the offense the way that Shanahan operates it. There's not a whole lot of thought that goes into it. You get the ball and the ball's out. You get the ball and the ball's out, and it's delivered accurately to a receiver in stride who takes it and runs with it. And there was a point he was making the same throw all the time. It's like, when are they going to realize he's making this same in-cut to the left?
Right.
But it was there.
Yeah.
It was there.
Right.
He was running the offense, and it was there.
Yeah, he's got ability, definitely. And these are the reasons why we get into, like, hey, system quarterback or Shanahan, the talent around them. Again, you heard me on Football Night in America a little bit, right? Brock Purdy, out of, the starting quarterbacks in football, has thrown the ball the least, but has the second most yards only behind Tua. That's an impressive thing. But also what I think it speaks to is that, yeah, people are wide open. When you watch Brock Purdy's highlight tape from this year, I mean, just think about the Arizona game the week before. He threw a ball to Christian McCaffrey. He fell on the ground and got up and then ran for a touchdown. And nobody even touched him. Like, nobody. So there's a lot of plays where you go, yeah, that's a good play by Brock Purdy, but that's a better play by Kyle Shanahan. There's nobody in the screen. Like, there's nobody in the screen. Like, we all could have maybe made that throw. And I'm not trying to say that negatively about Brock Purdy, but I'm trying to make the point of, again, that's a high-functioning machine here, and what you saw with the 49ers and Sam Darnold and that offense, and they certainly would be good with him too. I don't doubt that at all. And that's where, like, the game itself, Mike, you know, I know it was 33-19 and the Ravens won, and it certainly looked dominant. I don't think it's like, to me, it wasn't a concerning dominant. That's what I will say. I don't look at it and go, oh, wow, the 49ers really got out physicaled, and they don't even look like they should be on the same playing field. No, they had over 100 yards more of total offense. They ran the ball with 100 yards with Christian McCaffrey, and he didn't even really run the ball late in the football game. So there's still things to look at. They made some uncharacteristic mistakes that we have not seen them make, and they got punched in the mouth for the first time in a while, and they didn't react very well. And nobody's punched them like that in a while. And maybe this is just what they needed to kind of give them the push over the edge for the playoff push, kind of like, you know, the Ravens needed Mike Flores to say some things crappy about them and get them over the edge. Mike Flores.
And apparently, I'm told in the locker room it was Flores, not Flores. So Flores,
yes,
is the preferred. although it's funny, my source with the Ravens, who was sharing this information with me about Florist, his first thought and my first thought when it was Florist was the guy from the town, the Irish mobster.
Yeah, sure.
Who was a florist.
Whoa, yeah. Well, you're better looking than him, that's for sure. I can't remember his name, Sonny, or what the hell was his name?
Especially,
yeah, but
I think Fergie the florist.
Fergie,
was
you're
it Fergie
right.
the florist? I don't know.
You're right.
But yeah, definitely looking better than he was at the end of the movie, because spoiler alert, he got shot in a very sensitive area by Ben Affleck at the end of The Town. It's
yes,
a 14-year-old movie. We're not really spoiling anything now. That's why I got my Tomorrow's Bakery. I mean, I may need a new line of work.
Yeah.
So I may have to go work at our bakery.
Well, hey, Tomorrow's Bakery over here. It's Florio at Tomorrow's Bakery. That's where we're gonna find you tomorrow, because you're gonna get fired by the Ravens.
I might be working there today. I've already gotten requests too. I've gotten requests from Steelers fans to badmouth them,
right,
so the Steelers will win.
Right.
It's like, will you please say what you said about the Ravens about our team, please?
Yes. Well, maybe we can make that a weekly thing. Maybe you could pick out one team a week and totally obliterate them, and we'll see where it goes.
It only works. It only works when you do it completely, like spontaneously and organically, and you're not trying to do it. Clearly wasn't trying to do it, and might have done it.
Hey, one other thing about the game that I think's worthy, and I think you'll like this. You know, one, hey, let's not forget. I mean, I know you crapped all over the Ravens with the pick and all that, but let's not forget too. I mean, throughout the year, I've said it a number of times. You said it too, right? Now, I think, you know, the last few weeks made us not sure, but we have had moments where we have said that the Ravens at their best looked like the only team that could mess with the 49ers. When we were in week 8 and 9 and 10 and 11, I know I was saying it a bunch, and I know you agreed, and you were saying it too. Now, we hadn't seen that type of Ravens quality of football in a while, so I think we were all going, oh, was that just a little blip on the radar? Or are they going to be able to, you know, continue to do that from time to time? And last night answered that. So, you know, we had inklings already that this team could do what we saw last night. It just had been a while since we'd seen them play to that quality of football. And I think, you know, we didn't expect it on the road in San Francisco.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.